So the Pelicans win the tip. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Williamson in the post. Pass to McCollum. Back to Ingram. 5 to shoot. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And I like the finesse of Ingram coming into play, especially when the shot clock is winding down.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Now Williamson. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Now here's Edwards. Out to Russell. It's Anderson with the drive. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
And it's Williamson missing. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Out to Edwards. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. It's stolen by Edwards. Towns with it. And Towns throws it down.
Towns slamming it down to show the defense exactly what he can do. That was a pretty dominant move by the Cat.
Now here's Williamson. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Ingram. There's the 3. That shot is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. It's Edwards on the wing. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. We're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to Hernangomez. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Minnesota leading by 3. Here is Forbes. Over to the wing. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Daniels to end the drought. And McDaniels with the block. Pelicans with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Alvarado, and the layup's good off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Noel. And here's Reed. Here is Forbes. Three-pointer. And it's Daniels with the rebound. And here is Hernan Gomez. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Daniels with it. Murphy down low. Here's Hayes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
And it's Towns missing. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 1. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. And it's Russell missing. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is in?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw this game.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
The Timberwolves gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Now here's Williamson. Oh, man. And that one is stuffed right through.
What a leap by Williamson. Fearlessly rising up and slamming it down. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Now, Williamson. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Good D by Anderson. Timberwolves leading by 6. Russell with it. Jones covering. The jump hook. And Towns finishes inside. Towns has got 6.
But you talk about guys that can score from all 3 levels. I think Big Cat is right at the top of that list, especially if you condense it to just big guys. He can do it facing up or with his back to the goal.
Now here's McCollum. No points in the game yet for him. And here's Ingram from the arc. They get the rebound. Nance. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And what I like about Nance Jr. is how he positions himself. Knows his strengths on offense and plays to them.
Minnesota making a switch here. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Now, here is Russell. Mark of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach, but point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
Offensive rebound, and he finishes nicely on the way.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to Noel. Back to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas. Reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Back to Ingram. From deep. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Russell, no luck. Pelicans trailed by 6. Pass to Ingram. Banked in off the glass. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
You know, you look at Ingram, and he's slight of build, and some folks question whether he could be an effective inside scorer in the NBA with every bucket like that. Those questions are being answered.
And Towns gets it to go.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Now McCollum. Towns with the defensive effort.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
That'll do it for the first half. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Anthony Edwards buries it from three-point range.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but he sure looked good there.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Now here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Outside Edwards. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if your player's primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Towns in the corner. Towns the screen. For 3, Edwards.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
On the wing, Jones. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one is on Towns.
And the 7-footer Valanciunas with the foul. A big who isn't just skilled, but also brings that toughness.
Pass to Hayes. From 8. That shot, no good. Timberwolves leading by 7. Over to the left wing. Back to Edwards. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
And here's Valanciunas. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason group.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah.
Oh, my goodness! Come on now. Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. McCollum with the bounce pass. Williamson double team. Back to McCollum. Williamson up top. 8 points for him. His 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 7. Down low. Here's Reed. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Reeves got his first basket.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Can't cash in from close range. Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. From 6 away, McDaniels. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. McCollum left side. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Here's Noel. Williamson with the block.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Pass to Jones. And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good-sized advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pelicans trailed by 7. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Daniels. New Orleans moving it around to the inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Daniels has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pelicans. It's Edwards on the wing. To the paint. It's to Gobert. Left side, Edwards. Pulls it from 20. And he nails that one right through the net.
You know, confidence feeds on itself. And the more experience Edwards gets, I think the more confidence he'll continue to gain, especially operating in these pick-and-roll sets.
Inside. And Hayes throws it down.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Edwards. That's tipped. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Down low. Pass to Hayes. Back to Daniels. From past the arc. It doesn't go for him. And Minnesota now the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now here's Towns. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Right now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thank you, David. And here's Ingram from the arc. The rebound by Anderson. Here's Edwards. That will fall for his 7 buckets, 7 for 15 in this game.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Ingram outside. Pass to Jones. And here's McCollum. Lets it go with the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Russell, no luck.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
McCollum outside. Back to Jones. Williamson double team. Outside, Jones. Pocket 6. And he recovers it. Back to Williamson. McCollum outside. Tries again. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
Here's Russell. Lays it up off the glass. Russell's got the lead back up to 9 now for Minnesota.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
McCollum with the ball, and he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Right side, Edwards. Offensive rebound.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a lack of effort from Towns on the glass. He is a glass eater and keeps possessions alive for his team.
And here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Pelicans with the rebound. 36 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Here's Ingram. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Ingram.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Out to the right wing. Russell with a wide open look. Drains the 3-pointer. Russell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. McCollum outside. Ingram outside. Drives to the hoop. It's good.
Ingram is listed at 6'8", but that wingspan is north of 7 feet. That allows him to get extra reach on his drive.
And so Minnesota takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him.
Ni buen vuelo ni avión. Qué oso. Qué oso.